right. I think we're live. Let's see. Just make sure that we are. It's been a very long time since I've done a live stream. And this live stream is quite different from the past ones that I've done. So, previously, I had spent most of the previous live streams solving problems on exorcism as part of the 12 and 23 challenge. Let's pull that up. I think my last live stream on here was probably Small Talk, Pharaoh, I think. Which would have been for, I think, something like Mind Shifting May. So May might be the last time. So since then, well, I don't know. Did we do O Camel? Since then, I've done some O Camel. I guess I threw in Elm as well. And the last one was Raku. This month I plan on doing Crystal for OOP October. So, anyway, today I'm actually going to be working on my friend's website. It's called Candlestand Music. He's releasing an album in less than 2 weeks now, I think. And trying to get this website up and running for him. Now, this is not really what it's going to look like, but I was having some fun. He had this painting of a ship, and I had some fun running it through a website or an AI model that animated it, and it did a really good job of it. So, but that's not really what we're going to be doing with the website. So what we are going to be doing, though, is we're going to try and put his discography, I think it's pronounced. So he's got 3 albums that he wants to feature, and then when you click on the album, the latest one he's releasing, you can see like the track list, some information about it, and then links to all the places where you can listen to that. So that's the main thing. So I'm using Astro. I'm also using Bun for local development. I just recently switched from doing this, like building it locally. Actually, no, I had it running in CI/CD, but I had it hosted on GitHub Pages, and I wanted to try out Netlify. I've never tried out Netlify, so I'm trying out a few new things. I'm trying out Netlify. I've worked a little bit with Astro, but doing more of Astro. I haven't done much of that. If I need to reach for any components outside of Astro, I don't think I will need to, but I'm thinking of trying out Svelte. And for local development, I'm using Bun. So let's do that. Bun run dev. Now, when Netlify actually builds this, I don't believe it's using Bun. I believe it's actually using Node. But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Or it doesn't seem to hasn't seemed to matter. When I ran this on Netlify, I was able to build it perfectly fine and deploy it. So I love that recently they changed the default port to 4321, like a ship taken off. So let's swap this out for localhost 4321. And we'll see how it's looking. You'll see like the three album covers. I don't have the album covers for all 3 at the moment, I don't think. Let me find the one that I'm missing, actually. So I got Noah's Art. His name is Noah Shad. Noah's Art was the first one. And then his latest album was, what was it called? It's called, I can't remember it. Candle Stand Music. Find it on Amazon. So this is the smoke from the album there. Restore, that's what it was. Yeah. So I'll do that. Go back. Candle stand music. And then we'll add restore to that. Go to images. See it there. Okay, save that image. Okay. So let's take that one and move it over into our images directory. Okay, so that's going to be move count C users weeks downloads. I think start with no OIP, and we're going to move it to source images, and we're going to call it restore.jpg. So see it right here along with the other images. Noah's Art, Restore, Merciful and Mighty. Cool. So I can swap that out here then. We'll do Noah's Art first, then restore the Merciful and Mighty. Import restore from images restore.jpg and swap out this one, move this up, move that down. Cool. So it's going to look something like this. That didn't refresh automatically. Oh, it's okay. Let's take it this time. Okay, so here's the issue that I got going on right now. So this Merciful and Mighty image is quite a bit larger. As in the actual image itself is larger. Image file. So I don't know if it tells me how big it is here. Yeah, 2,304 pixels wide versus 500 for Noah's Art and only 474 for the other two. Now, I mean, those two pictures are large enough. This is actually oversized, if anything. So I guess one thing I could do is just resize this. But a couple things we want to do. First one is we probably want to use this image thing tag from Astro, and that will. Oh, you know, I was having issues with that because I think because of Bun, to be honest. It uses this library. What was it called? Sharp, to do image resizing, and that didn't seem to be working. So let's delay that one for now. And the main thing that I'm going to try and do is just get these to be 3 sections side by side. And so I was trying to do this flex thing where each of them would kind of just take up its own space. But these images are like self-sizing based on how large the image is. So I think what I'm going to have to do is a grid instead. So let's do that instead. Let's say grid. Hopefully this helps me out here. Usually it does. Grid calls 3. We're going to, for now, get rid of most of these classes. Kind of restart over. Okay. And let's change the alt tag here to restore. Okay. So let's see what that does so far. Nothing great. Now, I usually, at this point, just kind of inspect and play with the CSS in the browser until I've got a better idea of what I want to do, and then apply the correct tailwind styles to it. So this main div, actually I think I put it in a separate div here. We're going to say display grid. And then grid template columns. There we go. That's looking pretty good already. And then what we're going to want is we're going to want to do a grid gap of, well, you know, we'll use one of those tailwind classes there. I'll probably do like 4 or so. But then we'll also have a padding of 20 pixels. And so that means we'll have 20 pixels on the sides and in between each album. So that's looking pretty good. And then when we resize this to a mobile, we're going to switch to a different format that has, instead of just doing them top to bottom, I'm actually going to kind of do a smaller thumbnail and the title of it, because I don't know, maybe it'll be large enough with just the album. We'll play around with it and see. So to do this correctly, I put this BG gray so I could see what was going on with it. But essentially what we need instead is grid there, and we're going to do grid gap, I think. Grid gap, come on, help me out. Tailwind. Grid gap 4. P4. Alright, Tailwind's being slow and not really helping me out, but let's see what we've got there. No, grid gap is incorrect. I think it might just be gap. Okay. Nope, no, not that either. Oh, there it is, okay. Okay, so that's looking pretty good already. Let's start splitting these up into some components, I suppose. Do we want just, I'll do that later. So we'll do another div here, and inside we'll say discography. Let's put that in an H1 as well. Maybe, do I need that in that div? Maybe not. We'll leave it out for now. And then we're also going to put like a nav item at the top of the page. Nav. And we'll say UL and then LI. And we'll put a candle stand music, and then we'll put a discography. We'll say about and contact, I think. It's like it's reading what I'm thinking or saying. Okay, cool. I like it. Now this discography, we're going to want the H1 to be larger. I think I want to add prose to, let's see, Tailwind typography. We want that typography plugin. How do we do this? Installation, add it to development, and then add it into plugins. So, oh, and then we wrap prose around something. Okay. So here instead of npm, we do bun add. Let's see if D still works. And that was fast. Now we go over to package.json, make sure I added it to the dev dependencies, and it did. Look at that. Cool. I think Sharp might be able to be moved to dev as well. Whoops. I think my camera may have shut down. Nope. Nope. It seems to be going still. Okay. Okay. We'll continue. What was I doing? So let's put pros around this main here. Say class equals pros, and then let's open up the Tailwind config, and let's put in the plugins, Tailwind CSS / typography. Oh, I need to do a require. Okay. Let's take a look at it now. See if the H1 is larger. Hey, there we are. Nice. Okay, so now that messed up some of the other stuff though. Wonder why. Well, I suppose all we really want is for the H1 itself to be pros. Or we can just style it directly. No big deal. Yeah, okay. So maybe that might become useful somewhere else, but for now we'll leave that typography stuff off. Okay. So I want this discography thing to be in the middle. Let's just kind of play with the CSS first. We want this to text align center, but we also want the H1 itself to display block. And then to take up the whole width, so width 100%. Still not liking that. What's it taking 100% off? Hesitant to put view width, but for now we'll put that on there. Huh, why is that not taking up? Max width is, there we go, okay. So let's try that again. Let's just put block and center, text center is what it is, text center, and we'll do a text size 24. See what that does. Okay, didn't like that. Font size. Okay, let's pull up the Tailwind. How do I do a search? Control K. We'll do font size. Okay. It's doing sizes like that. We're going to do 3XL. Text 3XL. Take a look at what that is. Hey, okay, not bad. not bad. Let's even do 4XL actually. Cool. Alright. Let's get the nav bar kind of working. Actually, you know what? Let's get these things going off to the correct URLs. So, I suppose they need to be wrapped in an anchor tag. Do we do links in Astro? How do links work in Astro? Docs. Standard A tags. Yeah, standard A tags. Okay. Relative to your manage your link. Cool. Okay. So we're going to do A href equals Noah's art. And then we'll add the image to it. Okay. A href equals restore. Yeah. GitHub Copilot trying to help out there. Not doing too bad of a job actually. There we go, and close off the tag. And we'll tab that out. Cool. So now, let's say we're to click on Merciful and Mighty, because that's really the only one that has a page right now. And I was wrong. It does not, because the URL is an ampersand. So let's go back. Click on the link again. Still didn't like it. Refresh the page maybe. And click on the link. There it is, Merciful and Mighty. Cool. Alright, so I think the last thing I want to do on this stream in particular is get the I'm not entirely sure where this photo is going to be, but definitely the cover photo is going to be on this page somewhere. And I'd like to transition between this image and that one. So this is a big thing in Astro now, is those view transitions. So we're going to start by adding view transitions to the import. Replace that image for now. And then we're going to actually, you know what, we probably want this on the full site to our common head. Yeah, so let's remove it from here and add it to layout. Where did they put it? Oops. They put it in view transitions. They put it in the head. Common head Astro. Okay. They put it in the head. Interesting. View transitions, put that component in there. And now we should have the power of all these transitions. So what we're going to do is we're going to name, let's see, maintaining state. Want to identify the corresponding transition elements yourself, you can specify a name for a pair of elements using the transition name directive. Yeah, okay, so we definitely want to do transition name. Okay, so let's do this. So we'll go to here, we'll put on this image a, I'll do on just this one for now. Transition name is equal to, and we'll say merciful and mighty. Okay. And then we're going to add this transition name to this layout, to merciful and mighty here, to, I just said it as a background, didn't I? Okay, so instead what we're going to do is we're going to do image source merciful and mighty. We're going to replace this one with, the one that's in, say, merciful and mighty. I guess this was dashes in between there. Dot source and add the transition name on that and get rid of styles for this guy. Okay. Click on that guy. Whoa. Blew up the whole page, but didn't necessarily see the animation going there. So, what else do I need to do to get this working here? Is it persist? Let's make the image, let's actually first style this image a little bit. And we're just going to say, class equals, and then we'll just say the width is going to be 50% of the page, and the age will be auto, so that hopefully that image will be a little smaller. And we want to see this kind of animate into that, but that's not happening. I would also want to see a little, doesn't like that. Type boolean is not assignable to type string. The expected type comes from property class, which is declared here. Oh, it went away. Okay. Now, I'm surprised that I do just need to put that into the head there. Maybe that was correct. view transitions, just stick it anywhere. Transition directives. Astro will automatically assign corresponding elements found on both the old page and the new page's shared unique view transition name. This pair of matching elements is inferred by both the type of element and its location in the DOM. Use optional transition directives on page elements in your Astro components for finer control of the page transition between behavior during navigation. Okay. Specify a transition name. Okay. Why is it not working? Astro 3 view transitions. Let's see if there's like a quick tutorial somewhere. Maybe an intro blog. It's supposed to be pretty automatic, but I'm not seeing any animation happening here. You know, ironically, right before I started this, this live stream, I turned off Windows animations just to try and improve some of the performance of the computer. But I wonder if that actually disabled animations. Like, it may have like turned on like prefers animations or something. Wow, this is interesting. I have this off screen right now where I'm changing it out, but it's actually taking a while to propagate or something. Okay, so I turn it back on. Doesn't seem to make a difference. It does seem to be quicker now. I don't know if that's just anecdotal, but that seems to be more snappy. Okay, so here's a question: why is that now animating? So here's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to move this nav stuff over to the layout. And so not doing much. So what's going on? Why is view transitions not working? Let's see if there's anything in the console yelling at us. There are some errors, but they're all about, oh, interesting. Oh, okay. It aborted trying to do restore in Noah's Ark because those are not found. And it is calling it from the view transitions because that's the thing that is I wonder if it's at least maintaining state. So let's just say let's see how components work here. I don't know if this works or not. Let's see a quick overview of components here. attributes. Okay. Both HTML elements and components. Dynamic HTML. Dynamic tags. Fragments. Attributes, multiple elements. UI frameworks. Okay, so you can't actually. We need like a little svelte component real quick. So let's just do a little counter component. New file, and we'll say counter.svelte. Okay. I believe what we do is we do a script tag up here. And yeah, why not? Let's install a svelte helper here. That's going to take a while. We'll do it later. So I think all I need to do is say let count equal 0, and in I don't even need a template. I think we just say span count. Actually, we'll do a button. That's what we'll do. We'll put a button here and say button on click equals. Okay, how do we do this? We'll do a svelte. And pretty much just like the simplest little thing just to make sure that state is being maintained. Svelte components. Styles go here, markup. So we do need to export it. Export let count. So we'll say export let count equals 0, and then here we are. Handle click. Mark them as reactive. And then on click plus plus. That's all I need to do. I don't think I even need to export that because that makes it a prop. So I think all I need is just say on click equals count plus plus. And yeah, we'll do count, and close that button. Okay, seems to be okay. And we'll then import that from here. We'll say import counter from, where am I in this again? We're in layout, so we need to go up one. And we need to do components counter.astro, or counter.svelte rather. So we'll replace this with counter.svelte. And then we're going to put that counter after the nav. Whoops. Counter. Cool. Alright. So let's first make sure the counter actually works. It does not. Okay. So, what did I do wrong here? On click is a function that increments that. What am I doing wrong there? Source components counter svelte.tsx. Didn't like that. Interesting. Why did it not like that? I think I'm already set up to use svelte. Client only svelte. Client load. I know I probably have to put client on it somewhere. Client load. But it's yelling at the import as well. Why is it yelling at the import? Astro had svelte. I thought I already did. Astro.js svelte. Let's see what the Astro config looks like. It's got svelte already. Yeah. So why is it not liking it? Restarting the language server. Let's just restart the server. Alright, I'm going to take a break and then I'll be back in like 5 minutes.